So next is the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl. Number 1 Notre Dame at 8-4 versus number 19 South Carolina at 8-4 from TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. Friday, December the 30th at 3:30 on ESPN. So some things to talk about here. Spencer Rattler will play in the bowl game. Notre Dame's tight end Michael Mayer, their leading receiver, has opted out. Their leading quarterback Drew Pine is in the transfer portal, but they've gotten their previous starter, Tyler Buckner, back from injury. So interesting storylines there. Notre Dame leads this series 3-1, but they haven't played since 1984. Notre Dame's defense is stingy on paper, but can Rattler have another one of those breakout performances? Jesse, what do you think?
We will see. South Carolina has played well recently, obviously, with those wins down the stretch, but their run defense has left a lot to be desired this season. So not only have they surrendered the 21st most rushing yards in the nation at 197.2, they've also allowed an average of 254.3 yards on the ground over their last 3 games. Luckily, Notre Dame's run attack hasn't been that great. So I do think the Gamecocks pull this one out in a slugfest because I think these are pretty evenly matched teams, depending on which Spencer Rattler you get. So I'm going to pick the Gamecocks 38-35.
I like that. I like that pick. Matt, what do you got?
No. Listen, Spencer Rattler has played lights out the last couple of games. I will be the first to admit that he nuked Tennessee. I don't know where in the world that Spencer Rattler's been. He looked okay against Clemson, but this is not going to go Carolina's way. I'm sorry. I hate picking against the conference, but I don't see Notre Dame, who's knocked out a couple people coming down the stretch. Except for that whole loss at USC. But USC is a pretty good football team this year. They only lost to them by 9. So I'm going to go ahead and pick Notre Dame here. And I'm going to say Notre Dame wins by 2 scores. So I'm going to say Notre Dame 42-28.
Okay.
Beamer ball. Beamer ball.
Matt's had enough of that.
I've had enough of the Beamer ball. I don't want to hear the term ever again. By the way, were we concerned about Spencer Rattler not playing in this bowl game?
I wasn't.
Yeah, I don't know.
Was there talk that he was going to do something?
I don't know. I mean, it's just it was noteworthy just because he's a noteworthy player, I suppose. But
yeah.
I
mean, he's old enough.
Who knows?
Yeah.
who knows?
Going in the draft. There's nobody that would.
No, he's not. Well, absolutely not. But
we've said that about a few others too. So
this is true. This is accurate.
So anyway, after an inexplicable 38-6 loss to Florida, South Carolina finished by blowing out Tennessee and narrowly beating Clemson, who's just dominated them in recent memory and beating them in their own house at that. So I think South Carolina continues the strong finish to their season and wins a close one in 27-24.
Who would have thought Beamer would have 9 wins this season?
Right.
That's high.